Nature is full of surprises. One minute everything can be fine, and the next a flash flood can come rushing down a canyon. Or maybe a volcano will start spewing lava and fire into the air, or even worse, an earthquake will shake the whole earth. And if this happens to you in real life, well, let's just say that you'll be very glad to have some knowledge about nature's disasters so you can protect yourself from them. But what about animals? It turns out that they also have ways of protecting themselves against all these different natural disasters and other threats. Like before an earthquake, dogs can feel the changes in air pressure and get scared. But it doesn't stop there. There are many other unbelievable animal reactions that help them survive. So here are just a few of them. Quakes. Many animals can sense earthquakes coming before they happen. For example, dogs tend to get very nervous and scared when an earthquake is imminent. They may start barking excessively or pacing back and forth trying to find somewhere safe to hide. This behavior is actually due to their sensitive hearing. Dogs can hear the low-frequency sounds produced by tectonic plates shifting before humans can hear anything. Even more surprising is that dogs may run away from the shaking caused by an earthquake rather than hiding under a bed or table like most people do. That could be because they know that the safest place to be is outdoors, away from buildings and other human structures that might collapse. In fact, a study done after the 2010 Haiti earthquake found that dogs who were outside during the quake were much less likely to be killed than dogs who were inside homes. But not all animals run away from the shaking. Horses, for example, often rear up on their hind legs when an earthquake hits. It may look impressive, but it's actually an instinctive response designed to protect the horse's vital organs. When the ground starts shaking, horses will use their strong legs to lift their bodies off the ground, which can protect their internal organs from being crushed. And their instinct tells them that it's better to be crushed in the air than on the ground. Tsunamis. When a tsunami approaches land, it causes the water level to rise significantly. As the wave comes closer, animals can sense the danger and react accordingly. For example, birds will fly away from the coast as they know that tsunamis can cause massive destruction and flooding. Even fish can sense the approaching tsunami and escape by swimming to deeper waters, where they can avoid the destructive power of the wave. But perhaps the most impressive reaction is seen in the animals that live on islands. When a tsunami approaches, some animals will climb up trees to escape the rising water. This behavior has been observed in species such as rats, monkeys, and even camels. And it makes sense since they know that higher ground is the safest place to be when a tsunami strikes. In fact, some animals instinctively understand that they should move to higher ground and stay there until the tsunami passes. They may climb up hills or tall buildings, stay in trees or rocks, or even jump into bushes. And all these behaviors can increase their chances of survival. Volcanic eruptions. Volcanoes are inspiring natural wonders. When a volcano erupts, the surrounding environment is affected by intense heat, toxic gases, and ash. However, animals can sense these changes before they become dangerous and take steps to protect themselves. For example, some animals can detect the increase in temperature and move away from the volcano before it becomes too hot. Others may sense the change in air pressure or smell the toxic gases and ash and take similar precautions. Even birds can sense an impending eruption and fly away from the area. But perhaps the most remarkable volcanic survival tactic is displayed by the Japanese macaques. These primates can predict volcanic eruptions with an accuracy of up to 90%. And they do this by detecting subtle changes in the behavior of the local wildlife. For example, Japanese macaques will notice changes in the activity of insects, birds, or fish, which can indicate that a volcanic eruption is imminent. They also seem to be able to sense the changes in the steam coming out of the volcano, and can interpret them as a sign of an upcoming eruption. Once they sense that a volcanic eruption is imminent, Japanese macaques will flee to higher ground. And this behavior has helped them survive several volcanic eruptions over the years. Tornadoes. Tornadoes are powerful spinning columns of air that can cause immense damage and pose a serious threat to the lives of animals. However, many animals can sense the danger posed by tornadoes and take steps to protect themselves. For example, cows, horses, and other livestock often lie down in fields when a tornado approaches. And this behavior can help protect their vital organs in case they are thrown to the ground by the wind. Similarly, pigs will roll up into a ball when a tornado approaches, which can help shield their bodies and protect them from injury. Birds, too, can sense the danger of a tornado and will fly away from the area. But some animals take more extreme measures. For example, turtles will hide their heads in their shells and stay still until the tornado passes. And this behavior can help them avoid being blown away or injured by the wind. Some animals can even predict tornadoes with an accuracy of up to 80%. For example, cows, horses, pigs, and chickens will start behaving strangely before a tornado hits, which can alert farmers to take shelter. Hurricanes. Hurricanes are dangerous weather events that can cause significant damage and pose a risk to the lives of animals. However, some animals can sense the approach of a hurricane and take steps to protect themselves. For example, birds will fly inland or to higher elevations to avoid the strong winds and heavy rain associated with hurricanes. Similarly, sea turtles will crawl up on land and dig a hole to lay their eggs before the storm arrives, and this behavior allows them to protect their eggs from the effects of the storm. But perhaps the most fascinating adaptation is seen in the Florida panther. This large cat is a solitary and elusive animal, but it will sometimes seek higher ground and climb into trees before a hurricane hits. And this behavior helps them avoid the flooding and high winds associated with the storm. In fact, scientists have observed that Florida panthers often climb into trees after sensing a change in barometric pressure, which can indicate the approach of a hurricane. Floods. When it comes to floods, many animals have developed incredible ways to survive. For example, some animals such as alligators, snakes, and turtles will climb up on land to escape rising water levels, while others, such as fish, will swim to deeper waters or burrows to avoid the debris and strong currents associated with floods. Birds, too, can sense the danger of a flood and will fly away from the affected area. But perhaps the most remarkable adaptation is seen in the amphibious animals. Amphibians such as frogs and toads can absorb water through their skin and can stay underwater for extended periods of time. This ability helps them survive floods without having to move to higher ground. In fact, some species of frogs can survive underwater for up to 18 months by slowing down their metabolism and entering a state called estivation. In conclusion, the animal kingdom is full of amazing creatures that have developed incredible ways to survive. From the Japanese macaques that predict volcanic eruptions, to the Florida panthers that climb into trees before a hurricane, these animals demonstrate remarkable instincts and adaptations that allow them to thrive in even the most extreme environments. Understanding these abilities not only helps us appreciate the incredible diversity of life on our planet, but also provides valuable insights into how humans can better prepare for and respond to natural disasters. By learning from the animal kingdom, we can develop new technologies and strategies to protect ourselves and our communities from the devastating effects of earthquakes, volcanoes, floods, hurricanes, and tornadoes. And who knows, maybe one day we'll even be able to predict earthquakes and volcanic eruptions as accurately as some animals do. We hope you enjoyed learning about these unbelievable animal reactions. If you did, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so you never miss out on any of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.